Did you know that the FIFA World Cup once became the spark for a real war? Not just rivalry, not just passion, but an actual military conflict between two nations. This is the story of the football war, one of the most shocking and lesser known chapters in sports history. Let's go back to 1969. Two Central American nations, El Salvador and Honduras, were already on edge. But this wasn't about football, not really. For years, tensions had been building. Thousands of Salvadorans had migrated to Honduras in search of land and work. But as Honduras began land reforms, many of these migrants were pushed out. Resentment grew, borders became tense, and politics added fuel to the fire. The region was like a ticking time bomb, just waiting for the trigger. That trigger came in the form of football. The two nations were drawn against each other in the qualifiers of the 1970 FIFA World Cup. 3 matches, high stakes, and emotions already dangerously high. The first match took place in Honduras. The atmosphere hostile. Salvadoran players reported sleepless nights disturbed by the crowds outside their hotel. Honduras won that match 1-0. But the real story wasn't the scoreline, it was what happened off the pitch. Violence, riots, and a surge of nationalist anger. The second match moved to El Salvador. This time, it was retaliation. Honduran players faced the same intimidation. Crowds roared with fury. El Salvador won the match 3-0, and once again, chaos followed. Diplomatic relations between the two countries began to collapse following that match. Then came the decider, a third match held on neutral grounds in Mexico. Tensions was at its peak, and El Salvador won. They qualified, but instead of celebration, what followed was something far darker. Just weeks later, on July 14, 1969, war broke out between the two nations. El Salvador launched a military offensive against Honduras. Airstrikes, ground battles, civilians caught in the crossfire. The war lasted just about 100 hours, but in that short time, thousands lost their lives. History would later call it the football war. But here's the truth. Football didn't create the war. It revealed everything that was already broken. The match became a symbol, a stage where political anger, social injustice, and national identity collided. Football was just the spark that ignited a fire long waiting to burn. Even today, this story remains one of the most powerful reminders of how deeply sport can be connected with the society. Because football isn't played in isolation, it reflects people, politics, history. The FIFA World Cup is often called the beautiful game, and it is. It unites nations, creates legends, and gives moments of pure joy. But sometimes it also reveals the fractures beneath the surface. The football war stands as a warning, a reminder that passion when mixed with unresolved conflict can turn dangerous. And that even something as universal as football can become a battlefield. So next time you watch a World Cup match and see the flags, the chants, the emotions, remember this story. Because behind every cheer, there's history. And sometimes that history runs deeper than the game itself. For more such crazy sports updates, especially related to the FIFA World Cup, keep following Ei Samay.